What's going on YouTube? It's Jacob with Total Barber, and in this video I did a kid's cut. It's a mid drop bald fade with comb over hard part, and really fun haircut. He was a really cool kid and was really excited to be on YouTube, so show him some love. And if you're new to this channel, here at Total Barber, we just basically love anything barbering, whether that's shows, tool reviews, haircut tutorials, anything I learn, I like to try to teach other people. So, you know, in these tutorials, everything that I know, I learned either in school or from other YouTube barbers like 360 Jeezy and Chris Bazio, and I am continuing on learning. I still watch those guys all the time. I still watch YouTube videos. So as I learn, I hope you guys will learn. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if any of this intrigues you, or if you like this video, consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up, and there'll be plenty more videos to come. So I appreciate it, guys. What's going on, guys? It is good to be back, and it's been a while since I have done a haircut tutorial. So let's jump into this. In this cut, this is Cooper, really cool dude. This is actually the owner of the shop's son, and he kind of wanted a drop fade, so that's what I'm gonna do with him. I'm gonna ball him out first, always. Now I'm gonna start pretty low. This is kind of my style of a drop fade. It's not really a Concord fade or a mid fade, it's a drop. So the initial guideline right from the C cup to behind his ear is basically straight, and then it drops down, as you can see there. A mid fade or a Concord fade, it would basically circle around the ear. So as we balled out, I'm gonna do this all the way around. I'll start on this side and then stop in the middle of the back of his head, and then go to the next side to meet my guideline. Alright, after we've set in our bald line and cleaned everything up, you'll want to grab your clippers and open the lever all the way up and start setting in your next guideline. Make sure you follow the bald line and go about a ½ inch, maybe a ¼ inch, depending on how condensed or long you want your blend to be, and just go all the way around and follow that bald line. Now you will see me after I'm done doing this and I start my next guideline with my one guard. You'll see me go back and raise these lines up a little bit where the C cup is. Now I just felt like it should be a little higher. I felt like it would fit this client more, and I would rather do it now than wait until I'm done with the cut and not be satisfied and have to go back and do it. So I encourage any of you that while you're cutting, keep an eye out and make sure that this cut fits the client, and it's something that will make you satisfied at the end of the day. It's something that you want walking around representing your haircut. Alright, so now we got our first initial guideline in with the clippers. No guard open. This is our one guard lever open, and we're just gonna work on this side, you know, because of me going back and doing redoing the ball line. Let's just do one side at a time so I don't confuse anyone. So this is the one guard open. Now I do close the lever and just soften the one guard open line, where that line is in between the one guard open and the no guard open is. Won't get it all the way out, but we'll take care of that, and I'll explain that here in a minute. This is the 1.5 guard all the way open, and I'll go right up to about the crown. And you don't want to dig into the crown, you want to go right off of the crown, and then I'll close it and knock out the line in between the 1 open and the 1.5 open. It's basically all repetition. Anybody can get good. Now you can see, I mean, it looks halfway decent already. Now this is the one guard open again. Now we're just going to soften up that line and really get rid of the line in between the 1 open and the 1.5 open. Now I'm sorry if I'm confusing anyone. I apologize. This is basically getting rid of the bald line. This is the toughest part. If you can do this and do it good, I'm telling you, you will be able to do any fade, and your fades will come out nice. Alright, so after we get the bald line out, this is where we take out the line in between the no guard open and the 1 guard open. This is called the half guard. Wall has them. Andis has the 0 guard. You can use the same technique if you use Andis. Now you just want to use the corners of your clipper and continue to play with the lever, and then, you know, you might have to go back, pop the 1 guard on like I just did, and just play with it. This is where haircutting gets fun. It gets challenging, and you know, there might be low spots, there might be high spots. And what I mean by low and high spots, I mean if there's an indentation on the head, you know, your hair might look longer or darker inside the indentation than it does over the rest of the head, just because, you know, the guard could not get in that indentation. So the fade's coming together, guys, and you know, we will go back and clean the crown up with our shears and everything. But since I explained this side to you, I want to go ahead and speed up the rest of the clip, so try to follow along and see if we can teach you guys something. Alright, a big thing for me is to go back in detail. If you can get your cut down, if you can get the foundation of your fade down within 30 minutes and have it look halfway decent, and say your haircuts, your bald fades take you 40 to 45 minutes, instead of just moving on and stopping and saying, alright, you're done, that's it, looks good, and it might look decent. If you go back and spend that 10 to 15 minutes detailing your client, I'm telling you, your client will appreciate it, and it will show in your tip, and they will also be loyal and sit in your chair every single time. So I really encourage you guys to take care of your clients and detail the haircuts and just show them that you really do care how their cut looks. Alright, now let's start at the top of the head. You want to saturate your client's hair. This little guy, he wears a comb over with the hard part, so I always like to cut my clients to the style that they wear. Some clients, I ask them how they want the haircut, and they always say, well, I always wear a hat. 90% of the time I wear a hat, or 90% of the time I don't do it. So I ask them again, okay, when you do it, if you have to go to a wedding tomorrow, how would you style your hair? And that's how I cut it. Whatever answer I get, that's how I'm gonna cut it. So I'm not gonna take much length off little man's hair. I'm just gonna clean up the crown, and how I do that is I take the hair, and if you see my finger placement, it's vertical, straight up and down, and just taking the bulk off, and I'll go back with my shear over comb and clean the rest of that up. Alright, here's some shear over comb technique. I love doing shear over comb. I was never the greatest. It felt very uncomfortable at first, and I still have a lot of room to improve, but the more I do it, the more comfortable I feel, and it really gives my haircuts just something different, just something cleaner than just using clipper over comb or anything like that. I just really love doing shear over comb. We're gonna put in the hard part, as we do with any of these young kids cuts nowadays. Love the hard part, you know how it is. So after we do that, we will razor in the hard part, even though he is a little young, and sometimes I don't like using razors on young kids, but it's for the hard part, and I'll be very cautious. So yeah, I don't necessarily like using razors on the kid's edge or anything like that, but like I said, hard part, and you just got to be very, very cautious. Alright, so I like to dry my client's hair too. After I do my scissor cut and shear over comb on the side, especially, I really, as you can see here, get the crown dry, because I want to see where the hair is gonna lay being dry, and go back and make any touches that I need to do. So yeah, you got to get the client hair really, really dry. Alright, we're gonna start styling it. I use Suavecito, love Suavecito pomade. I also use Lay Right. Both are great, you know, they don't flake, they don't get hard. My clients absolutely love it. I mean, we sell so much product in the shop, it's awesome. So I suggest you guys using this. Now, I rub it all around in my client's head like shampoo. And then I will grab my blow dryer and a comb to soften it. You can even see around the crown, it looks like it's not blended at all. It's just because of the way the hair is laying right now. Again, I cut my client's hair to fit him, and if I have to, I'll go back and touch things up. But always want to use a blow dryer. It just softens the cut up. Also, when you're doing a comb over, most people start in the front and comb it over, just so you don't have to cut off somebody's calic and make the haircut look weird and the back of the head look like it just looks weird when you cut it all off. Start at the calic, lay the calic where it wants to lay, and then comb over. I'm telling you, your clients will love it. It's an easy way to do it. It's a practical way. They can do it at home, and that's our ultimate goal, really, is to give our clients a good looking haircut that they can do and style at home as well, instead of giving them this amazing cut because you took an hour to style it, and they're never going to do that at home. So we got to give our clients some practical ways to style their hair. Alright, here we're going to do our finishing touches. We're going to do the edge, get them looking clean. Most kids have that peach fuzz on their forehead. We're going to get rid of all that, and then we'll go ahead and hit the line with the razor, and we're basically done with the cut. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new to my channel, Total Barber, we're basically anything barbering. We love barbering. We do anything barbering. We talk about anything barbering, from haircut tutorials to tool reviews to shows and just anything barbering. So if you're interested in any of that, consider subscribing, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate it, guys, and enjoy your 4th of July.